Leo, song that's playing for you is London. So you in a new place, or somebody in a new mind or place when it comes to the space they share with you. Somebody thinking differently about the space they share with you, or you thinking differently about a space you invest your time and energy in, and you may not feel comfortable here. You may not feel like this is home. Ten of Cups in reverse, you just feel far from home. And because of that, a death may occur to something you manifested because you were in a bad place, or when you were in a lower energy, or someone outside of you is in a lower energy about the space they share with you. And they ain't happy. It's like someone outside of you could not be happy about the way the home is, the way the space is. You don't even got to be living with somebody. You could just be in a friendship, and it's like the space y'all manifested because y'all are friends. Someone may not feel comfortable there, or you don't feel comfortable there, or someone just doesn't feel. It's like they could be bringing an end to a friendship because it's like now you're in a new place. When you first got with this friend, you used to be in a toxic energy. You used to be in a lower place. Yeah, you was investing in shit out. First things first, this was in your last one. All of these were in your last one. And now they out here, and I shuffled, by the way. So now it's like you realize some investments or some judgments you made, you weren't in the right place to make certain decisions back in the day. And you may have been making decisions from a traumatic place or from a hurt place, or you were just in a negative energy. You was on demon time more times than not. Now, fast forward, you can be in a position where now that you're in London, now that you've moved from your one space to another, and now you could be in a position where you're reflecting on what you left, and you see what you were invested in, you see what you made was a bad judgment, and you see what you made doesn't make you happy. That's the only way you can become aware of what you invested in. Look, I'm telling you, you invested in some shit, Leo, that you may be bringing a death to. You may be ending something. Now that you know the truth, that you can't do shit but walk away from whatever you invested in. You may have been in a position, or somebody external to you, whether it's you. Oh, it flipped when it touched the ground. So I'm gonna take it like this. It's like you could be letting something go because every time you look at it, you realize this don't make me feel good. This is far from what I see as home, what I see as family, what I see as whatever, or what I now see as home. This is far from what this new understanding I have about home, about friends, about family, about relationships. And you could be in a position where now that you know that, you could be in the space where now you know something will never grow. This will never put me in the healing energy I know I can, or I know I need, or I should be in. So now you letting something go. You let something go, or you got let go. Put your foot. Don't even gotta be a person. Don't make it a person if it ain't a person. Ain't no card out, by the way. It could just be the way you were thinking or expressing or carrying yourself once upon a time. You in London now. You used to be in the US. You used to think like us. Whoever us is, whoever you used to involve yourself around, you used to be in their type of mindset until you moved to London, and you know that everything a little bit more than us in London. You have a broader awareness. You elevated. You made the decision to grow, and in order to grow, you had to go, or you have to go. Take one, and you can only take one thing with you, and that one is you. You can only take one person, one understanding, one mind with you. You can't take your mind, what your mama told you. You can't take what your daddy told you. You can't take what your brother, your sister, your homeboy, your homegirl, your significant other, your ex, whatever. You can't take no other mind but yours there, wherever there is. Yeah, shit, you might have got left out. Or you could be around a whole bunch of people and you still feel alone. You don't feel, it's crazy I said us. You don't think like us. You don't feel like us. And that's because you got to understand it. You may know something. And you may be in a position to know something, but you may still be in that situation. You may just have a better understanding about the situation. Or if it's you versus you back in the day, or just done it you versus someone outside you. Either or. Back in the day, you might have thought real highly regarding something to the point where you expressed it, you put this on the pedestal, you backed, you co-signed whatever this was. You were all for it, support 100%. And you didn't know you were taking a leap of faith in a position that would later have you in a cold spot. Later have you feeling like, damn, I wish you feel me? Oh, that's two. We ain't gonna talk about it. Hey, look, if this was in your I wouldn't. Yeah, ain't no love in a space situation or relationship. You could feel it. You could feel like you in a relationship, but it's like you still feel alone. Because you know your partner don't love you. You know your partner don't love you just how the way they express themselves to you, the way they bring themselves to you. Back in the day, you might have been in a position where you was telling everybody about your relationship. You was telling everybody about your friendship. You were telling your family, your friends, your neighbor, your neighbor's neighbor. The whole block knew about this. Everybody who knew you plus that. It was always Leo and one. You feel me? Leo and whatever other party. But now it's like you could be in a position where you don't want to be known for that anymore. You don't want to be Leo and blank. You just want you damn near, you barely Leo in whatever situation you are in. It's like you've been drained so hard. And it was just like all for it's nothing. Because it wasn't even like something you loved or someone outside of you had love for you. It's like you really just wasted your time. And you know better than I know what that means for you, Leo. Yeah, you know that too. You may not be saying it. If it's not you, it could be someone outside of you who brought you the realization that you don't love what you're doing. There's someone outside of you who knows what they got going on, who's in a certain position. It could be a coworker in the same business, the same building as you, but they could just be in another department or just another. They could be a class ahead. A position above yours. A class. What? And then it's like they could be expressing their passion for whatever they got going on. They could be in whatever they're in, and that whatever they're in is bringing you the realization you don't really love what you're doing. You actually feel real alone. You feel real cold here. There's no life in whatever space or situation you in. 151 rum. You could just be drinking. Could be whether you and your partner drinking, or the only way you can be here is if you're drunk. And if that's the case, then you know you fucked up in some shit, Leo. As I say, as we talk about drinking, the look will come out. 3 of Cups, the world. So whether somebody outside of you could be celebrating their elevation out of a space and or situation, or you, it's like you thought again in the past, because you were promoting this, you were talking about this, you were showing something, you were speaking very highly of that, not realizing what it actually was with the Fool in reverse. Now you realize, fast forward, now that you're in a position, you know, Queen of Wands, if it's you versus you, you know what something is now. If you don't know, well, now you know. Back in the day, you didn't know. Fast forward, now you know. And you only know because something got you on the floor. I said someone. It could be something you dealing with a person outside of you. Yeah, it's like, oh God, if it's you versus someone outside of you know they don't got shit to give you. And it's like, you know, this person or these people don't love you. They really don't bring you shit. But it might be, I don't even know if it's a good time type shit. You feel me? It barely might be that. They don't got shit to offer you. If it's you versus someone outside of you, and you invested in something. It's like you placed a bet and lost. Best way I know how to put it. if it's you versus someone outside of you, you could feel another shoe. You could feel left out from someone outside of you because they may not be investing or giving to you, but it's because they know about you. And you know what that means for you in some way, shape, or form. It's like your family not fucking with you no more because of what you invested in, what you were promoting, what you were doing, what you were into previously made your family. It's like brought your family to an understanding about your character, and now they may not be giving to you, whether they not giving you financial assistance or they just not investing time and energy into you the way they used to invest time and energy into it. That don't mean they don't fuck with you, but they just know how far they could take it with you. It's that type of shit. And that's because you were investing in some shit where it's like someone outside you, it's like you were doing something that you didn't love, or it showed that you didn't care for yourself. You feel me? It's like it showed that if Leo gets involved in shit like that, you have no respect for yourself type shit. You feel me? It's like that. So because if it's your family and you or friends or whatever you're dealing with external to you, because you invested in some shit where it showed you had no respect for yourself, but yet at the same time you were still promoting it, you were still talking about it. Now your family it's like your family holding back from you because they have a better understanding about you. Or if it's you versus you could have invested in something that, again, you thought it was one way, turned out to be another. Now you're no longer giving to that because you now have a better understanding after experiencing it. You may still be in some shit. You may still be dealing with something, but you know what you're dealing with. You have no love for it. That's why you're holding back. You know what that means for you. Yeah, look, you could be in a position where that's either you taking a new action. It's like the only way this shit gonna change is if you do something. You gotta say something. You gotta express something. You gotta go somewhere. You gotta move. You gotta move. That's the only way you know something gonna change for you. And you may be getting to that point because it's like you're stuck in some. It's like you're frozen in time, and you're not even frozen in time in a good feeling. You frozen in time miserable. Every time you wake up, it's like you're still in the same space, still in the same situation, dealing with the same people, dealing with the same person, dealing with the same ideas, the habits, the routines, the patterns, and it's getting to a point where it's not even getting to it wore you out already. You feel me? Put your foot though. Yeah, you know something ain't it for you. Someone that's playing for you is with or without you. Yeah, listen, with or without you, Leo, life is gonna go on. So whether you get up off your ass and make some shit happen, which is what you might be doing, or it's just with or without this in my life, you're still gonna move. You know you gotta hold back from somebody, or you know you gotta stop investing in something or someone. And in order for you to invest in this new idea, in order for you to put your life on the path you want it to be on, you gotta separate or you gotta shed from what's been holding you back. And you know whatever that is. Better than I know whatever that is. Oh, honey's green. Yeah, look, son, you could have a whole lot of different emotions. You could be lost in your feelings about this, and that's why you a page of swords when you taking an action, or you don't know what's gonna come out of whatever you do. I tell you one thing though, it's better than not doing anything at all. I tell you that much. You don't know what's gonna happen when you go. You don't know what's gonna happen when you say or when you do or when you express or whatever it is, but it's better than what you got now. I tell you that much. Yeah, you might be in a position where you stop investing in someone, you stop talking to someone's, or you just stop feeling with a certain group of people, feeling with a person, or just feeling about that. You in some shit though, I tell you that much. The first card out is the 5 of coins. Second card out is the Lovers in reverse. There's no love where you at right now. It only may be conflict. There's always friction. Even if it's in a sense where you don't even got to be arguing with a person. If you're dealing with somebody, or if you're dealing with people, or even if you're dealing with yourself, it's like as soon as someone enter your space, or as soon as this person enter your space and open their mouth, you already irritated. Or as soon as they come in your face, you irritated. Look, cause there's a whole lot of burdens. I'm telling you, And you could be in a position, look, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. The only way for you to make some shit happen is if you make some shit happen. And ain't nobody gonna make some shit happen but you, Leo. Emperor, you gotta take charge. You gotta take control. You gotta speak or express or do or go. You know what that means for you better than I know.